Hello everybody, my name is Felix and I would like to introduce you to our new R260 laser receiver. Let's start with the basics. The laser receiver is the official further development of the R280 and it comes with some new stuff and which will help you and makes it easier for you to do the measurements. The sensor array is 60 millimeters long and has a resolution of 1 micron per meter. The accuracy is 10 microns per meter, which is very precise and makes it possible for you to do nearly every measurement task. The measurement range and the distance you can measure are up to 50 meters, so this receiver is a real all-rounder. Let's have a closer look at the housing. The housing reminds very strongly of the R310 receiver, first of all because of the colors and secondly because of the display. To make this receiver more compact than the other ones, we place the display at the upper side of the receiver. Of course, right now you cannot read it if you're working at the machine down there, but with this mirror, you can read it from everywhere. You can choose which orientation the display has. Next to the sensor array, we have this little LED strip. This is a visual aid for you. If the laser plane is not hitting the receiver's array, you will see that the LED are running up and down, which indicates there is no value at the moment. We have this red dot. This shows where the laser plane hits the receiver at the moment. And we have this green dot, which indicates the 0 point. Let's talk about the keypad at the side. All of these 5 buttons have 2 different functions. The first function is the ones during the measurement, and the other function is for you to do the setting at the menu. The first button is there to switch it on and off. The second one is there to use the infrared if you don't want to control the laser via software but using the receiver. The third button is there to halve the values. Of course, if you did it and you want to reset it, you can do it as well by pressing it for more than 1 second. The fourth button is there to zero the values. Again, if you want to reset the 0, just press it more than 1 second. The last button is there to do a measurement. So if you press the button, the value will be taken and stored in the software. That is the first part of the function. The second part is what you can do if you are in the menu. By pressing the first button, you will enter the menu. So let's have a closer look at the menu. Now we entered the menu. This display indicates the orientation of the display actually. At the moment, you have to do it manually to change the orientation, but with the receivers we produce from now on, you can just put the mirror at the top, and according to the orientation of the mirror, the orientation of the display will change as well. Furthermore, you can invert the values. Normally it is like this. If the receiver is lower than the laser, you will see values which are negative. If the receiver is higher than the laser, you will see values which are positive. If you want to, you can change that. It's just up to you. The next step is to change the resolution if you want to. You can have the 1 micron per meter, which I told you, and you can change that if you want to. Of course, depending on where you are, what your customer wants, you can change the unit. You can choose between millimeters, micrometers, inches, millimeters, inches, and micrometers. The next step is the filter. The filter is the indicator for how stable your values are. So if you have small distances and very stable environmental circumstances, you can choose the empty filter, which makes the values changing very quickly, so you see it directly, but of course they are less stable. The more unstable the circumstances are, you should choose the filter to have higher averaging times and make the values more stable, and make it easier for you to work with it. This menu point tells you how to change the settings for the different distances you are talking about. So if you are very close to the sensor, choose the filled dot. If you're very far and you have high distances, please choose the empty dot. Of course, you can use this receiver to do the calibration as well. So if you want to calibrate the y-axis, please use this one, press the button to set this value, and you are good to go. As I mentioned earlier, this button is there to control the laser via infrared and not via Bluetooth. So if you want to do that, you have to choose which axis you want to control. We have the x-axis and the y-axis, and this is what you can choose here. Of course, you can only calibrate the y-axis, but the z-axis as well. And here you can see what kind of software version you have right now. So these are the new things about our laser receiver, and I think it's quite clear that we try to do a very compact, versatile receiver. And if you have any more questions, please let us know. We will help you out, and thank you for listening. Bye.